Back to Linwood. That's BBC Radio Scotland Travel.
According to the latest reckoning, 1,400 people have been killed by the floods in South Asia. There's been criticism that the authorities weren't adequately prepared, but the scale of the devastation would challenge any government or aid agency. Well, Dr. Saif Khan is a GP in Motherwell, but was born in Bangladesh and is with the Bangladesh Association Glasgow. He's here with us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's a country that is prone to flooding. You've seen this before, but have you ever seen anything on this scale?
When I was a medical student back in '88, when I was in Bangladesh at the time, that was the worst flood we had at the time. I still remember the whole country was inundated. It's not, I don't think it's as bad as it yet, but it's bad enough at the moment.
How concerned are members of the Bangladeshi community here in Scotland?
We are very concerned. This flood has been going on since about June it started, and in July one of our trustee members, who actually comes from one of the most severely affected areas in Bangladesh, was in Bangladesh at the time, and I spoke with him when he was there, and he was telling about how bad the situation was in those areas. It's, as you have started at the very beginning, that it's sometimes the nature, when the nature decides to act, no matter any government can do much about it.
Indeed, although we do judge governments on their response when something like this happens. What is your sense of how well the government has responded?
Bangladesh has got probably one of the best disaster management expertise. In fact, I don't know whether you know, because when the Katrina happened, US government actually asked for advice from Bangladeshi government about that. So we have made a lot of progress. Previously, in any natural disaster would be a very bad situation, but we have become very, very good, and very few people do get affected. But this is quite in a scale. This is quite big.
You mentioned Katrina, obviously, and we've had the effects of Hurricane Harvey as well in the US. That's obviously got a lot of coverage. Yes. Some would say too much coverage compared to what is going on in Bangladesh and other parts of Southeast Asia. How do you feel about that?
It's difficult to say what media decides to put the spotlight on, and on this occasion, I would like to first of all thank Radio Scotland today to put the spotlight on the Bangladesh floods or the South Asian floods in this dreary morning. But as I said, yes, maybe there could have been a bit more exposure, and it could have been a bit more proactive in this way. But it is beginning to get exposure now. There was a few reports that came in the last week or so, and hopefully that it will catch enough attention to the greater community in the world to help.
We'll continue to cover it. Thank you very much indeed for coming in to speak to us this morning. That's Dr. Saif Khan, who's a GP in Motherwell, but originally from Bangladesh. It is 7 minutes to 9.
Business news now, and with news of a Scottish company creating jobs. Here's Laura.
Glasgow-based Barhead Travel is expanding its workforce.